Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Last time, we began the Charlian half of the split quest line, because of course there's a split quest line at the beginning of all these expansions. It's been a thing even since Heavensward. Go figure. Anyway, we've also found out that, for the most part, people don't know anything about the final days or the Thermopylae. They don't even realize it's a thing. Like, the only thing that's really showed up for them is in a gossip column. But also, more interestingly, there exists a group called the Gleaners whose job it is to collect samples and bring them to some place called Labyrinthos, which supposedly is, I'm not sure what it is yet. Alice, what the hell is Labyrinthos? And how do we get there in a Labyrinthine Descent?
We should tell the others what we've learned about the Gleaners. Go ahead and head to Nominon, and I'll join you in a moment. Master Dekumon will want his cups back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I also got to share a nice little cup of coffee with Alice. Actually, before we get to that, there is a couple things I want to deal with. The one specific thing in here, and that's this quest. If I remember correctly, this is the one I need. The hunt for specimens, that's right. I haven't gotten to show this off in any of the other characters because none of the other ones I really messed with. But there is a hunt system in Final Fantasy XIV. Now, I'm not gonna go out of my way to deal with this, but I can at least give the basics. This will be...
Do my eyes deceive me? Or are you Dekumon Tia?
So I am. And that's a nod right there.
Well, as I live and breathe, it is you. Ha! I knew I'd be the first to track you down. Who's the guild ship's top hunter now, eh? Wait, you have heard of guild ship hunts, yes? They're not so different from the hunts you're familiar with in Eorzea, as I understand it. I'd wager they're rather more challenging, but an adventurer of your caliber would never turn down a challenge, would you? No, you would not. And pray speak with North at the Pesto to register your interest at your earliest convenience.
I do want to knock this out because these are important, and thankfully this quest is incredibly easy. It's literally just turn it in. But as for the hunts themselves, I can pick up daily hunt bills and weekly hunt bills. The dailies will basically tell me to go hunt a bunch of normal monsters. The weeklies will tell me to go hunt what's called a B rank monster. And these things are just all over the world. And these will give me specific ones. I'll get some free XP and some currency for this.
Hi, I'm Northula. Have you come to place a bounty on an unruly beast?
Actually, I'm here to go get some bounties for some unruly beasts.
By the scholar, you're Dekumon! I was half convinced I set the others an impossible task asking them to find you. The Gleaners guild ships have been posting hunt bills, you see, in the hopes that capable individuals will take up arms to lighten our ever-increasing load. Unfortunately, capable individuals remain the sticking point. Few hailing from our fair pools are willing to take up arms, let alone able to stand against the more fearsome specimens. You, however, have the experience and the grit we need. When I heard that you had arrived on our shores, it was music to my ears. You needn't work for free, of course. We've done our research, and the rewards we offer are as fine as any you'll find abroad. The currency we employ is a relic of times when Gleaner was a great deal less figurative, so you may find it somewhat, eccentric, but it's as good as Gil here. Speaking of eccentric, it should be noted that the majority of our clients are scholars. You probably won't have heard of half the creatures they send you after, but I find it's best not to worry about that overmuch. Slay beasts, collect samples, but try not to think about the long-term effects of touching said samples, and get paid. Simple, no? Oh, that being said, I wouldn't dream of throwing you in the deep end just yet. Let's have you start off with some junior marks so you can get your feet wet. That's right, they won't give me higher level marks until I actually get to a higher level. But that gives me guild ship hunts. That's important. You are now permitted to take bills for junior marks. Defeat the monsters described on the bills and you'll be rewarded with tokens that can be exchanged for exclusive items. New quests and associate marks will become available upon reaching level 83, so yeah. When I'm level 83, I can get the better marks, and as you can see, I can just basically take this, and I can go hunt these monsters. And then, what can I pick up for these? Sacks of nuts. Oh no, sacks of nuts are the, that's the Shadowbringers resource. Moonward gear exchange. Oh no, that's still sacks of nuts. Interesting. Oh, I can pick up some level 90 gear here. Ooh, that's convenient. That's very convenient. Or wait, or is this handing
Wait, hold on. Oh no, this is buying them. So if I really wanted, I could actually just buy a level 90 weapon right off the bat. What else we got? That looks like a mount. That's miscellaneous. That's a minion. That's a cool looking minion. Materials of grade 9 and 10. Joy. No big surprise there. And Radiant Twine and Radiant Coat. Oh. These are upgrade materials. This is one of the ways to get upgrade materials. Well, sweet. Something I can do in my off time. But now back to the main story.
Welcome back, Dekumon. Been for a walk and cleared your head, have you?
And more than that, we have an idea.
Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigating and turned up information on the Gleaners.
It's like this. We're going downstairs. How deep a downstairs is yet to be seen, but it's definitely a downstairs.
It makes sense. The Gleaners take their requests directly from institutions and bureaucrats, but as you say, they ultimately answer to the forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and in cargo. It certainly gives the impression of an overarching plan being put into motion.
Like I said, I think they're building an ark. Or a bunker.
Let us see what theory we can build from the facts. As Ishtola observed earlier, Numenord's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Dekumon and Alice learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Shardians know nothing of that particular period of ancient history.
That's not surprising.
Yet, my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that the destruction being perpetuated by the Tolophoroi is wholly unlike these apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance as they saw fit to unanimously deny Eorzea's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale.
Like I said, I think they're building an ark.
I do not think it is stretched to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service to the Forum's secretive ends. In which case, our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Labyrinthos and assess the situation for ourselves. And if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions.
They may at least have some more information. A fine idea! What should we expect down there? Anything would be better than burying my head in another dusty book. Now, what are we expecting down in Labyrinthos,
Oh, I would hate to spoil the surprise.
Aw. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it that each is returned to its proper place.
That would be a great help. Thank you, Raha.
Alice, you seem troubled there for a moment.
Let's head down the stairs over there, and I'll show you where the entrance is.
Alright. Stairs where, though? I haven't seen any stairs around here. What stairs are we talking about here, Alice? Oh, somebody's having fun with their new sage gear.
Ready? Labyrinthos is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close.
Follow Alice and try not to fall far behind. Oh, okay.
Off we go then.
Oh. Target's... Oh, I see. You call this a brisk walk? This is my walking pace and I'm outpacing you. Girl, pick up the pace.
It's pleasant here amongst the trees. But we really should move along.
Yes, you should. Go faster. Walk faster. Oh, you're gonna give me a headache, girl. You are gonna give me a headache, girl. I'm being followed. I am legit being followed.
Now we run. Try to keep up.
Oh. Oh, finally, a proper running pace. I mean, I could sprint and keep up faster.
Keep to the path. Straight ahead.
This is, not at all what I expected.
We crossed the bridge.
Usually it's just follow the marker from point A to point Z, but this is nice. Actually getting to move around with him on the open field. I hope they do this in the combat zones. That would be so cool. Oh,
Up here.
okay, I am straight being followed. I wonder, is Labyrinthos even a combat zone? It has to be, right?
The rostra. Not far now.
Rostra. Oh, we're back up. Oh! That little side path. That's where that leads, huh? I was wondering where I would need a chocobo porter for.
Here we are. Through this door and down the stairs. You did remember to attune to the shard back there, didn't you? It will make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep moving.
Alright. Ah, finally I can make it to the main door. Now those are some big elevators. Look at those things, they're massive. Kryl, is this where we're supposed to be?
We're all here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent.
Oh, we needed permission, huh?
Right, everyone onto the lift and down we go.
Oh, what the heck?
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky.
What? Oh, this area is so cool looking!
In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves. And this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation.
What the hell?
Knowledge, buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
This isn't an ark, it's a city! Inside another city! The Northern Empty Labyrinthos. You guys have your own freaking place down here. It's gorgeous! Look at this. I'll be freaking dang.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing.
Yeah. Also, apparently this is probably where you guys are getting most of your foodstuffs from.
But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
You know, if you keep digging too far, you're gonna hit the magma again, and then you're all screwed.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Probably. They definitely look like the sort that would go out into the world and find things.
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Well, sweet. Clearly this is not just another city zone. Kryl? What's the matter, girl? The sun a little too strong for you?
Did you call to me just now?
No. Oh. Heidelin! Kryl has the echo.
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
I suspect we have another encounter with Heidelin in our future. This is a cool place. Alright, so we are, oh my god, this area is huge. There are 3 aetherites here. Look at this place. It is massive. It is gorgeous, and I love it. Oh, this zone is so cool. Look at this place. Oh, okay. 100% this is a combat zone because I just saw people on flying mounts. Oh, and that means, of course, yep, ether currents. And because we're caught up to the current expansion, we don't get away with just 5 on the field. No, there's gonna be 10 again, most likely. Right, Dobbin? You want to know what I'm doing? Holding books, and all, and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they take stock in Labyrinthos. You know, sort and tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. I just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, with no warning at all, this mess gets dropped in our laps. Orders from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be they're changing the layout, eh? Preparing for the next big expansion, maybe. Your exchange has taught you about taking stock in Labyrinthos. Interesting. So these don't know 100% about why they're doing what they're doing. Interesting.
Let me think. The beer seeds should be item 158, cumin seeds 1059, snowberry 1060. Oh, were they 1061? Oh, my head feels like it's stuffed with milko grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in?
Take out?
Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Quethan carrots for the Garabanian carrots? What then?
Your exchange has taught you about large shipments coming in and out of Labyrinthos. Okay, I understand the shipments coming in, but why going out? Curious.
You're here to help or give me more headaches, because you don't have the look of a gleaner and I'm in no need for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of marmots running loose.
And these guys are being run ragged. Interesting. Very interesting. Kryl, maybe you're having better luck. I'm just getting background information.
Any luck, Dekumon? What tales did the cleaners have to tell?
Quite a few. There you are. I love how the tales become key items now.
So this grand operation began without warning, and for every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. You were right. The Forum is definitely up to something, and they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process.
You now have Ethernet access to the Hall of Artifice. Sweet. Glorified Ratcatcher. Oh no! My first combat quest.
You would do well to learn more of what specifically the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has tasked them to do it. If you're game to go on, I have an idea.
Oh dear. Alright, lay it on me.
Didn't one of the Gleamers you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if you were to help him capture said creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation.
Alright.
In the meantime, I will turn my charms upon this Gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting.
So I'm going marmot hunting, am I? That's gonna sound unpleasant. Hopefully I don't have to kill them. Or not kill them. Hey, I'll help with your marmots. Varmints.
You wish to help me find the marmots. I've nothing suitable to pay you for your service, but if you're offering out of the goodness of your heart, well, I welcome the assistance.
I'll take information. How's that sound?
The name is Ehrenvale, friend, specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Nixaxian marmots is a trial I've no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For a mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, just stuff them in this sack. Gently, of course.
Stick them in the sack, huh?
Where to begin, you wonder? I've not seen any scampering around here, so we'll need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on a marmot. Or you. I'll search the trees to the west. The eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck.
Well, we're hunting for the marmots. All right. Also, I finally got a chance to bring out my Chocobo, who is happily sporting the Tsukiyomi outfit this season. Oh my. That is a jump. What is the correct way down? Well, I should probably try and get at least one of the Aetherites around here too. Not to mention this. To the east, 329, that sounds perfect. I was kind of hoping there'd be some striking dummies, but I can't get that lucky. Ah, there's one. And a chance to finally show off the Reaper combat just a wee bit. Oh. Oh! Oh, I thought I was going to hit the mouse. No, I'm protecting the mouse. More enemies have joined the fray. Well, lucky for you, I am more than willing to serve up a slice and dice. That was easy. Don't worry, little bugger. No! Get back here! Barely have you readied the sack when the grizzled mouse scampers off into the underbrush. You little rat bastard. Oh, if it's a chase you want, it's a chase you'll get. There you are. Oh, not again with you. More? Oh, hi, a hunting troll. All right, little guy, don't be scared. Come on, get in my rat sack. Please get in my rat sack. No, not again. The rodent nimbly evades your grasp before once more disappearing into the trees. You little... Oh, this quest is already getting on. Oh, you little rascal. Oh my God, let's avoid the giant trolls for now. I know they say they're level 80, but they're kind of big, and I'm not 100% confident in my skills as a Reaper just yet. Hopefully there's supposed to be some training dummies from what people have told me. It's supposed to be near an Aetherite. Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll be near, oh no. Oh, I gotta go to the upper cliff, don't I? Ugh. I didn't see my little varmint up here, but I'll take my first ether current for this area. That's a nice bonus. Thank you. Did I miss him somehow? You little rascal. Oh, no, there he is. He is up here. He's just hiding in the corner. I was looking for another purple combat zone. All right, come on. Come on, baby. Come on. In the sack. There we go. More prepared for its speed this time, you succeed in closing the sack over your elusive quarry. Oh, thank goodness. These little rascals are hard to find. All right, Aaronville, I found it. How did you fare? I tracked down 3 in the park, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. Oh, thank goodness I only had to find 1, because this sucker was not easy to catch. Ah, there's the odd moment out. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. Some interesting music in this zone. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They've held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. No big deal. Who tasked you to capture them in the first place? What do you do with the marmots now? Yeah. The heck's you need these guys for anyway? Why, the authority in charge of Labyrinthos, now and in perpetuity. The same officials who've had us working day and night of late. The honorable members of the Forum, who else? Suitable for consumption and easy to breed. Those were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. Suitable for consumption and easy... Oh, these guys really are making an arc. I don't know what the Forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. Kyle? There you are, Dekumon. Is this the cleaner you mentioned? The one who was looking for lost marmots? Yes, it is. And we got him back. Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I am Kyle of the students of Valdesian. These others are my associates. Truth be told, the Forum's decisions of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hoped that by seeing those decisions put into action,
we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls.
Wait, is the sun going to... The fake sun goes down? Wow.
Other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services.
Don't worry too much about it. We got some information. Oh, it's raining, that's what it is.
Did you learn anything new from your friend there?
A little bit. Looking for food stuff. Not expecting that.
So, we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We also discovered when the operation was begun. The Forum contacted the Gleaners Guild ship and put their people to this great work some 4 days after the Tolophoroi made their chilling declaration.
So odds are good this is directly related.
As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus am I inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives the distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect.
They had prior warning? Why? How? Where?
And the Tolophorai's declaration was what set it all in motion? It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Acheron? From there, we can reach the lower...
Oh shit. Kryl?
Kyle, what's wrong? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Acheron. We follow the path east, through the forest where you were chasing after that mouse. Or marmot, was it? Anyway, 'tis the trolls you need to watch out for.
Oh, don't worry. I have been. What's going on with Kryl? This must be the place. The Acheron indeed.
Behold, the Acheron. As Numeron serves as Sharlayan's literary archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture, too, is similar. The building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Acheron contains a physical history of Sharlayan's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge.
That was a mouthful, Alphino. Sheesh. Deeper into the maze we go.
Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let us proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian.
Probably a good idea. Also, a good idea to actually pick up the Aetheryte around here, and, well, looks like we just got a whole bunch of quests pop up. They're all just side quests, though. I don't see any blues, which means no Aether Currents yet. Saw these out of the corner of my eye. Finally found the striking dummies, which means I can finally talk about the Reaper class. It has been far too long. And I mean, we're on episode 3, and I finally get to talk about how the Reaper plays. So, I'm gonna go over pretty much most of the abilities, at least all the abilities that I have. The first ones are pretty easy. Slice, Waxing Slice, and Infernal Slice. It's just my simple bread and butter combo. Nothing special, but you'll see they're generating 10 gauge every time, and that gauge I can spend on Bloodstalk, or I can spend it on the bigger version, Gluttony. And Gluttony's got the long cooldown. Every time I do Gluttony, I get 2 stacks of Soul Reaver. If I do the other one, the basic one, I will get 1 stack of Blood Reaver. And these basically give me some off GCD fun abilities. Soul Slice gives me 50 gauge for free. And that's most of the single target stuff we've talked about. Now for the AoEs, pretty simple, just Spinning Scythe and Nightmare Scythe, again, generating gauge. Nothing too special there. But you might have noticed I have a second gauge, and that's been slowly building up as I use those off GCD abilities, like so. That is the Shroud gauge, and that is my Dragon install. That's my super mode, and to fire it off, I just press Enshroud. Now I don't have all the abilities yet for this, but it is disgusting. It is a nice burst window. Beyond that, I have Shadow of Death and Whirl of Death, which are single target and AoE versions of the same skill. Basically, this puts a mark on whatever thing I hit, and it gives me basically a free bit of damage boost against those things, which is kind of important. Grimswaith is basically the AoE version of my Spender for the red gauge. That takes care of everything on this side. Now, for second page, Hell's Egress and Hell's Ingress both work pretty much the same way. They're teleports, and they share cooldown. Arcane Circle is an odd one. It's a buff, and if I gotta remember what this buff actually does. Increases damage dealt by self and nearby party members by 3%. It ain't much, but it's something. I don't have Solso yet, I don't have Communo yet, I don't have Plentiful Harvest yet. Arcane Crest is pretty disgusting. This is a self-barrier. And Harp, well, Harp is just my range ability. You'll notice it has a cast time, which is odd. But if I boop out, the next one does not have a cast time. And that's Reaper in a nutshell. Not a bad little class. And it is a blast to play, and I cannot wait to get some of the higher level abilities, especially Communo and the other part of Enshroud, because I'm missing half of Enshroud right now. All right, now that I've had fun showing off there's a frog walking through here.
Greetings. We are here to pursue the Acheron's vaults.
Peruse? You are clearly not Galenas then.
Might I ask your affiliation? We belong to the students of Baldessian, but is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were, open to the public.
Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter.
So how do we get ourselves directly involved with the reorganization efforts?
Not us, then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that?
What?
That service has also been suspended, I am afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory.
What? So this is as far as we can go?
I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded.
Well, crud.
By that time, it would be too late, and we were so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for the moment, shall we?
Well, poo. We can't advance any further into Labyrinthos, and we can't even look at the vaults?
Students of Baldessian.
That was odd, to say the least, right, Ishtola?
We are at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I should like to pursue this one further.
Well?
But I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels.
How about the Gleaner I befriended earlier? Maybe they can get us access.
It is likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load.
This is a standard operating procedure at this point. Get to a new town and make nice with the locals. Speak to people outside the Acheron. Well, there's a bone weary worker over there. They're the only ones I see so far, so we'll do them first. No, we'll talk to them first. I don't see anyone else so far. Oh, what's that? Take you down to the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now have I finally found a spare moment to rest. I
I did see a Gleaner fellow heading out to the gate, though, shouldering a large pack, engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever it is he's doing.
See, that seems like a useful piece of information, which directly leads me to believe that the second person I find, wherever they may be, like here, will probably have nothing of use.
Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us go into the Acheron even though we found... Actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere. But it was wandering around Tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Oddest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Acheron is open again.
A new creature? Uh-oh. Oh dear. That could literally start being the weird monstrosities that prelude the final days. Oh boy. Oh, that's not a good sign. All right, where is this random Gleaner? And more importantly, where's my next ether current? Off to the south, huh? I can't do much with off to the south because I need to go north. Aha. There you are. Wait. It is Erenvel! It's the same one we were talking to earlier!
Wyatt, you're frightened it away.
Frightened what? Oh, hey. I need to go down there.
Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The Cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close.
Well, why not let me lend you a hand?
You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green, and its cry a distinctive caw. Single it out and shoot it with this sleeping dart. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down by the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one.
I'm going to bring you a pack of whatever it is. All right. Search your surroundings for the hornbill. All right. Objective failed if the wrong bird is sedated. We're looking for a green bird which caws. Cuckoo, whack whack. That ain't that. Large green bird. Caw caw. You're the winner. Yeah. Gotcha. My Monster Hunter days are paying off. Hit the right bird with the dart. I bagged a birdie. Aw, sleeping like a baby. Of course, it's noisy outside too.
A fair shot.
Oh, I was not expecting to hear your voice, Erenvel.
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
Okay. Here comes everyone else.
There you are. Any new revelations?
Well, we'll see here in a second when we get Erenvel.
So you met with that Gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Don't know. I think it has something to do with the shipping out stuff. Maybe they're building a second Labyrinthos. You know, backup bunker.
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a Gleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
Below? But hey, that's our excuse to go down lower.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth.
Oh shit.
Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
The hell? It sounds like an umbrella company lab.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Or dinner.
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
That second arc theory is starting to look a little more juicy.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
Yeah, they are definitely building an arc.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Well, how about a trip below? Will that do?
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift.
Ah, damn.
I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Maybe we should find something else to carry then.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
Oh, now he has an idea.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down.
Go on.
This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the Medial Circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
I mean, of course the Gleaners would know about all the back doors and shortcuts.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
I don't think there's anything in there that could really threaten me. The others, maybe, but at the same time, they're all pretty tough in their own right.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Sounds like a good idea. Also, I need to go pick up those hunt monsters. There they are. That little icon there means that this guy is part of my hunt log. So, sorry pal, but you're on the menu. Ooh, you're not too tough. That takes care of that. And 3 sacks of nuts. I love we're still using the nuts. More importantly though, 200k experience. For 2 monsters? and like literally a minute of my time. Definitely worth the effort to do these little daily hunts.
This must be it. The entrance to the mine shaft. 'Tis faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures honed there by the researchers, do you think? Well, slavering beasts aside, we will need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue.
Always a good idea. And I think we'll do one more quest before we call it a day. Alice, show us the Medial Circuit.
Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear and so on, then I'd say we head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it would be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow, and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the other end of the tunnel.
Really? You're just gonna let me walk through here on my own pace, huh? Alright. Survey the area and defeat any enemies that appear. Oh no, I'm gonna have to work my way through here slowly and ooh. This oh my. There's a big hole. There's a big old hole. Is there a 174 to the, yeah, there's an ether current in here somewhere. Well, we'll get to that when we get to it. First things first is the good old purple smoke. Hello? Any beasties want to eat my face off in here? No? Ah, there are beasties that want to eat my face in here. That's all right. You guys are nothing. Kind of wanted to save the enshroud for something that's actually threatening, because you guys are definitely not it. See what I mean? Way too easy. But these are quest monsters. These aren't actual monsters. You know, world monsters. Southwest. So, looks like I have to either go through this tunnel. Aha. I was right. There was one in here. And it was off on this tunnel. There we are. That takes care of number 2. Now, if you remember Shadowbringers and basically all the other expansions, odds are good I will not be able to get all the ether currents in this area because I'm probably expecting to come back here at some point. There's probably gonna be half of the map that's locked off. Oh, that's adorable. We have another one of these. You know what? You're getting the enshroud. Whatever pops out of here, hopefully it's big and nasty. Hello? Big and nasty? Oh my god. Seriously? I can't waste enshroud on shrimps. That's just insulting. You know what? Here, I'll use my AoE gain 50 gauge. Pop a Grimswathe, and I'll show off the other ability, which is Guillotine, which is basically the AoE spender. And I have nothing left to kill. Well, that's disappointing. You know, this cave might be considered treacherous for scholars, but for seasoned adventurers like us, it's a cakewalk.
Everyone seems to have made it through without incident. Nothing of consequence, at least. And as promised, the tunnel has delivered us to the Medial Circuit. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Erenville's assumption holds true, that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration, then we should see evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we see.
Seems like a good idea. Also, where's my next ether current? It's to the north? Oh, it's probably the one I was picking up on earlier that I couldn't reach. Oh joy, we're already seeing level 81 monsters too. Well, that looks like another useful facility there. But where would my ether current be? 250 to the north. Well, I'll get that here in a little bit. Let's first see what this is gonna give me. Hello? Well, that definitely looks like a farm. Ah, there are the famous grapes. Yeah, they still don't look that great, but they look a lot better than what I remember people posting online about.
Aha! Now I know where we are. This is Medial Agronomics. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. And it is this facility which coordinates and oversees those efforts. The fruits of their research go to feed the Labyrinthos colleagues, or so I hear.
I mean, it's not surprising.
More notable succeeds might make it to the Agora. Foods so exotic you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origins, let alone how they might taste. Indeed, mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card.
Ew.
I see no gleaners hereabouts, yet these workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. It is possible that they know something of the forum's plans and their underlying motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say?
I would.
See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same or cast about for useful clues.
I'm gonna probably make a detour for that ether current first, but sure. Aha! There it is. Can I get down there safely? Safely is relative. Woo! Fall damage is a bitch. Now, hopefully, I don't piss off all of the locals. No, I couldn't get that lucky. Fine. Something to actually burn and shroud on. And that's why Enshroud is pretty dang bonkers, because I cleaned that guy up without much difficulty. And there's our third ether current. Probably the last one we'll see this episode. All right, now back to the farm. Overwhelmed laborer, that's a good sign.
Do I have ought to be taken down below? More than I could carry and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport. Hence the stack of crates atop that hill over there. Oh gods, holding the lot of that stuff was a job and a half.
They are packing up and hauling ass. Very interesting. I don't see you. I don't see the third one just yet.
What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grapes, shaped in diamonds. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising given that it's native to a peculiar locale in the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modelled, a region in the south of Ilsabard. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for a myriad of flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swaths of temperature plain, which in turn transitions into a hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territory is ever contested, as you might expect. Used to be called Corvos before the Imperials renamed it Locus Amoneus. The forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one whose climates we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthos. It's since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments and cultivation.
Well, at least she's perky and excited and, you know, not beaten and downtrodden like I'd half expect some of these people. Ah! And this one has a name. That's always a good sign. Jebk. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors. Not with use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? Through the mine shaft. The mine shaft, you say? Well, you're a much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the forum has us feeling orderless a mom long. Massive yet detailed requests. Literal wagon loads of crop samples and hardly any time to put them together. When I first heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation, and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer, I assure you. So, just like the gleaners before, these guys are shipping out everything they can. That second arc theory, man, I've got my thumb on this one. They are making an arc or a bunker, or maybe they're making a Svalbard, which is basically a giant seed vault. Either way, they're definitely prepping for the final days. Aha, the stacked boxes that were talked about. The labels on these crates tell the story of their contents. Bundles of common seeds and saplings, accompanied by sheaves of reports. Basically all you need to know to start your own farm grove. What? Those are cool. Very interesting.
Hard to look away, isn't it?
Hello? Oh, hi.
But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
Really? Well, I'm curious. Tell me more. If you can.
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true.
Oh.
This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy. Dark, subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Sharlayan at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild.
Okay, clearly this flower has some seriously deeper significance over the course of the story, right? There's no reason we're dedicating a voiced cutscene to just explaining a random flower out of nothing.
With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Ain't got many of those, that's for sure. Heart blooms. Curious.
Have you learned aught of interest?
Well, kinda? I don't know how interesting the flowers are, but everything else seemed pretty...
A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
Cryle has, from the looks of her.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we fail to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
Of course not.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
That was a big noise. Is that the lift?
Isn't that the entrance to the Archaeum? Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member, or at least a close associate?
Oh, we're gonna go tail Erenville here, huh?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
Hey, wait, where's Kryl?
Why is she so fascinated with the flowers?
Kryl?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
I'm glad you agree.
First the headaches, now the flowers. What's going on with you?
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
I can almost reach you.
What? Oh. Those flowers are connected to Heidelin somehow, aren't they? That's what it is. She said she was almost hearing Heidelin. Well. This is already getting interesting.
Is Kryl still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our quarry slip away.
That's true, but that'll have to wait for another day. Hopefully Erenville will wait, because I hope sure you will. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean adventures, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.